Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to UFO Twitter News Nightly. I'm your host, TeeJay Felony. March 20th, Friday night. Not a whole lot going on in the world of UFO Twitter. A little bit going on, though. But today's episode's going to be really good. It should be really entertaining. We're going to go over the part of the space from last night's episode that I accidentally cut out. And I was listening to it with my sister last night when I went and got the car, and it's the best part of the entire space by far. It was kind of like what I played yesterday. The whole podcast was almost like like B list compared to what you're about to hear in this clip. Um, it's really interesting when a lot of this stuff, these allegations and accusations towards Red Panda Koala, and this idea that him and Tupacabra have actually been running the real hate group on UFO Twitter this whole time. It loses its punch when it's coming from guys like me or Darren or Carlos. But when you can put together several of his friends, people that were on the inside of his little group, and they're all saying the same stuff. They're talking about his little secret network. I'm gonna play a clip from Somber from UFology SWAT where he's talking about his little murder she wrote bitches running around and getting data for him. There's a lot of it's the same thing I mentioned about um, another member of the community where sometimes where there's smoke there's fire. If several people are saying this stuff, at some point you got to take it seriously. So we're gonna go over all that. I got a bunch of clips and screenshots to back up what is gonna be said in the space, and yeah, we're gonna go over that. First off, though, like always, we're gonna talk about world events. The dumbass war in Iran continues to heat up. Trump seems to be looking for allies and friends from the European community to go over and lock down the Strait of Hormuz, and it just isn't working. And yeah, we'll go over and jump over to the lab, and I'm gonna show some clips from my ex, and we'll go over recent events. I really appreciate everyone checking out this podcast. Like always, my content. Like, share, subscribe, all that bullshit. If you want to support financially, buymeacoffee.com/TJ Felony. I have been getting some support in my Buy Me Coffee, so dude, I appreciate everyone who donates to that. It keeps the stream going because I can barely pay my bills, so I don't really have money to put back into, the content creation side of it. So it's huge when I do get help in there. It's probably gonna keep me going at some point because that's where a lot of my equipment. All right, let's get the chat going here. I think this should do it right here. Yeah, there we go. There's Rotary's messages. I found a little quicker method to get the chat up and going. I can go over and copy the URL while I'm staging in the coming up menu. I went over and grabbed the URL at that point and then came back over. Don't know if it's gonna be if we're gonna get a lot of people coming through. I know I talked to a few people. They said they were out and around, but they're going to be on live here in a little bit. I imagine once we get going a little bit into it, people will start joining. So might just be me and Rotary for a little bit, but that's okay. What's up, Rotary? You doing all right, bro? All right. I want to make room and clear some of these out of here. So I'm going to actually, I don't know if it's still up here. I had a couple screens I wanted to show real quick, but I'm not seeing them now. Might have got deleted. There was a space going right now with Hollywood, Interstellar. My buddy Interstellar was co-hosting it. They had Jason Sands talking. Actually, I know what I can do. I can show a little bit of it right now. And yeah, if you guys want to go check that out, that was kind of the only thing I really saw going on UFO Twitter of any meaning was this space going on. Let's see if I can. Might still be going. It's Hollywood Interstellar. That UAP girl is the name of the handle. If you want to go check that out, at that UAP girl. They talked to Jason Sands. He's a filmmaker. Worked with um, uh, no, not Jason Sams, James Fox. They're meeting with James Fox, and he did the filmmaker documentaries that like Jason Sands and shit is in. I don't really give a shit what James Fox or Jason Sands says, but if you are interested in it, yeah, go check it out. What's up, bro? Yeah, go check it out. It was a recorded space. It's over on that UAP girl Hollywood was who did it. Interstellar was coasting, so I'm sure he reposted it. Something you're seeing is hardline MAGAs turning against the MAGA train. Let's
When we
listen.
look back in history, we will see Trump.
This is Nick Fuentes, and a lot of people were saying like I'm shocked that Nick Fuentes would turn on the MAGAs. But these guys aren't loyal. They're fragile little internet celebrities. So their honor and integrity and loyalty is gonna wane depending on which way kind of popular opinion is going. Oh, what's up, Carlos? And Nick Fuentes has flipped on the MAGAs. And dude, he's kind of leading the charge of it, which it's so interesting because fuck Nick Fuentes, bro. Like honestly, like I don't want this guy on my team, but he seems to want to be on our team now. So, let's see what he has to say.
And now he says, if you're not on board with the Epstein cover up, oh, I don't want your support. You're a weakling.
Oh, I agree.
Fuck you. Fuck
I can dig it, Nick Fuentes. I can dig it, Nick Fuentes.
you. You suck. You are fat. You are a joke. You are stupid. You are not funny. You are not as smart as you think you are. You are, and honestly, and if you watch my show, you know I've been very critical. I've never been this far. This just goes to show this entire thing has been a scam.
Oh, you
When we look
think?
back on the history of populism in America, we are going to look back on the MAGA movement as the biggest scam in American history.
So far, I think I would agree with him. This will go down as probably one of the biggest stains in American history.
And the liberals were right. The MAGA supporters were
Wait, what did he just say there? What was that? I need to rewind this a little bit. He said something there. I need to hear it again.
the MAGA supporters were had. They were. When we look back in
Wait a minute. Yeah, he said something there that I thought was kind of important.
American history. And the liberals were right. The MAGA supporters were had. They were. When we look back in history, we will see Trump as a scam artist who served as a vehicle for this rather than the other way around.
The Epstein crimes couldn't have happened without Donald Trump. He wasn't involved in Epstein's crimes. He was a major partner of it. Epstein and Bannon grew Trump to gain access to the White House. And a lot of the power and accessibility that Epstein held couldn't have been obtained without Donald Trump. Donald Trump was the muscle of that group. He was the threat. Oh, they're linked up with Trump. You better watch it.
We were not the vehicle for Trump. Trump was the vehicle for all of us.
Wow. Here he is again. I got a couple from Fuentes here.
Never Trumpers in 2016. Shapiro didn't vote for Trump in 16. Something has gone horribly wrong. All of those people, with some exceptions, were never Trumpers in 2016. Shapiro didn't vote for Trump in 16.
J.D. Vance called him a
Mark Levin was
American
critical of
Hitler.
Trump in 2016. Where were these people when the movement was actually born, when those pillars were in place? Now all of those people are in the center. The movement is something else now. And what we need in 2028, this is our last chance, we need in 2026 for this administration to be shut the fuck down. What does this administration do other than cover up the Epstein files, embezzle money through government contracts, and bring us to war for Israel?
Wow.
This administration needs to be shut down immediately. Do not vote in the midterms. And if you do, vote for Democrats. Fuck this. That is what the Republicans deliver. That is what our golden age looks like. The tariffs were refunded. The deportations were stopped. They wound down and withdrew the ICE from Minneapolis.
So he's pissed that they didn't go far enough. He wanted, like, mass deportations and forced immigration, it sounds like. He wanted, helter skelter to start.
What does this administration do other than embezzle money, go to war with Iran, and bury the Epstein files? Oh, and blackmail Harvard so they...
But I do have respect for any of these MAGAs. The Epstein files are the full stop. Like, bro, you are on the wrong side of unaliving and assaulting little kids. Like, dude, that's full stop. And it seems that that's where Fuentes said no more.
Police anti-Semitism.
What's up, y'all?
And ban people who criticize Israel
I
from
miss
being in
Xanthopy.
America.
Thanks for hanging out.
This administration needs to be shut down immediately. It has forfeited its mandate. They promise no new wars. They promise mass deportations in America first.
It's also interesting that he's one of the only MAGAs on, well, I don't know if he calls himself a MAGA anymore, that's holding them to all these promises. Who's the other one? Tucker Carlson seems to be critical and hold them to their bullshit promises. But Fuentes, it's like you broke his trust. We saw it with Alex Jones for a moment. Remember the video where he was crying in his truck? But he snapped out of it. They snap out of it.
And
it's because their whole life is MAGA. Their whole support system, all their friends, their family, their whole social network is MAGA. It's hard to get away from. It's a cult. It's a cult.
We're not getting any of it. So shut it down. In 2026, shut it down. And our only hope is that in 2028, in the Republican primary, somebody will emerge who will actually put America first. I am not voting for the vice president and the secretary of state that brought us to war in Iran. I won't do it. 2026.
Here's another one I thought was kind of interesting.
This has all been going on. And you know what's interesting? Do you know who stood in the way of all of this? Just a fact. Just a fact. Don't let me inconvenience you. Do you know who stood in the way of this entire thing? Joe Biden. Joe Biden did. Because Joe Biden did not take the bait. He didn't take Israel's bait and fight Iran. He had two opportunities. When Israel provoked Iran in April 24 and in July 24, Joe Biden deterred Iran but did not attack them. It was Biden's National Security Council. It was Democrats in the Senate that tried to constrain U.S. weapons supplies to Israel. They wouldn't give Israel 2,000-pound bombs. And when Joe Biden got in, the first thing he tried to do was reconstitute a nuclear deal with Iran. Go figure. That was the first thing he tried to do.
That's the nuclear deal that Trump shattered. They had a deal. Like, this idea that all of this is to defang Iran of their nuclear weapons, it has so many holes and issues. For one, the Trump regime claimed they obliterated the nuclear program just in June. And then also, just like Wanker Fuentes is saying, they had a deal where everyone was happy. It was like, I think the Epstein files talked about this, where if Trump was ever backed into a corner, he would start a global messy war.
What happened in August 2023? Just 2 months before October 7th, Joe Biden had a prisoner exchange with Iran and unfroze $6 billion in assets that were tied up in a South Korean bank that then made their way to Qatar and were on their way to Iran. Because Joe Biden was
So
trying
much
to make
dirty
a grand
money
bargain.
going through Qatar.
It was under Joe Biden that China brokered a rapprochement between Saudi Arabia and Iran, which is a diplomatic revolution. So think of Trump ripped up the nuclear deal. Trump killed Soleimani. Trump designated the IRGC a terrorist group. Trump allowed Israel to annex all of Jerusalem and declare it its capital, which set the stage for Al-Aqsa flood, which set the stage for what is happening. Trump oversaw the repassing of the Memorandum of Understanding. Actually, I think it was renewed under Obama, just before.
Oh, okay. Here, look, we got Bobert here too.
Already told leadership I am a no on
Dude, the reason I noticed this clip
spending money elsewhere. I am
specifically, and I don't want to sound like an asshole, but man, Bobert looks kind of rough here, doesn't she? Doesn't she look like she is just worn the fuck out, bro?
I will not vote for a war supplemental. No, I am a no. I've already told leadership I am a no on any war supplementals. I am so tired of spending money elsewhere. I am tired of the
So she's another Republican that is putting her foot down on all the broken promises. No foreign wars.
industrial war complex getting all of our hard-earned tax dollars. I have folks in Colorado who can't afford to live. We need America First policies right now, and that I'm not doing that. We need the Save America Act, FISA with warrants. There's a lot of hard lines that I have right now, and we've got to get our act together if we want to keep this majority, and the path that we're going doesn't look very promising.
I would say you are correct, Bobert. Here's one from Tio. Bob Lazar trailer. I don't know if this was any good. I guess Bob Lazar has a new project coming out. This is from Interstellar UAP, at Interstellar UAP.
Physical evidence now exists which proves that there is life elsewhere, and at least one form of that life has been here. As of 1989, that evidence was in the custody of the United States government.
Dude, I just thought about fucking Grider jumping into that space and challenging Tio to the debate on Bob Lazar. Tio was like, no, bitch.
December of 1988 and April of 1989, I worked as a senior staff
We will
physicist
debate
in what
Bob
has to be the most
Lazar.
secret project in history.
Can I use Google?
My job in this program was to be part of a back engineering team.
Can I be typing on Grok?
This particular disc appeared to be in excellent condition, and because of its sleek appearance, I nicknamed it the Sport Model. The goal in this program was to see if the technology of the disc
Lazar is
could be duplicated with Earth
interesting.
materials. To start up the reactor,
what's
of course,
up, bro?
you need some element 115.
Chillin'.
In fact, you need 223 grams, machined into a wedge like this. The program out at S4 consisted of 3 projects: Project Galileo, Project Sidekick, and Project Looking Glass.
The file on top was Project Galileo, and as it turned out, that's the project that I was part of. And that clearly referred to reverse engineering a recovered alien spacecraft.
Just cannot be a secret from anyone, not just the American people, but the rest of the world.
All this stuff is
Him like touching the side of it, like, oh.
Avatar is not who he is.
I want to see it again.
All this stuff is something that happened to him.
I'm gonna clip that and put it in slow motion.
This cannot be a secret from anyone, not just the American people, but the rest of the world.
All this stuff is something that happened to him. It's not who he is.
They're doing everything they can to keep this information secret.
That's empirical evidence. I saw a craft to do that, thanks to him.
Now this story spills. And the world changes.
It's late for Rotary. It's like 3 in the morning there, ain't it? And look, we got a lovely picture from Kimball. I don't know if this is where he lives. Yeah, it is probably, ain't it? Utah. Look, you got mountains in the background and everywhere. Everything. Doesn't look anything like where I live. Dude, Tim Pool turning on Trump regime. And he's a paid Russian shill, allegedly. And he's even, you know, saying this is bullshit. This is crazy because what happened is Israel hit this natural gas plant, and it was a questionable attack. These are attacks that are in civilian infrastructure is what you would call it. And they were like, dude, it was us and our big brother, the United States. And then Trump said he didn't know anything about it. So this war is just a mess. It shouldn't be happening. All right, let's jump over. I want to show one thing on YouTube, and then we'll get into the space. We'll get into that clip. I think that clip's about a half hour long. So, yeah, it should go for a little bit. It's great. It's a good one. Let me see if I can find my things.
Further, but he wouldn't like stop.
I got him on my TV too. Shut up, Diaper Don. Alright, let's see. It was gonna show a, this isn't the playlist. I was gonna show a short Midas touch clip. If I can find it. I also have a setup from Moneypenny that I wanted to show. But yeah, I'm having a hard time finding. Oh, here it is. Okay, let's go.
Donald Trump is panicking as Vladimir Putin just put him on blast and made a public ultimatum trying to call Donald Trump and Trump's regime out.
So this is the latest news on the war, well, both wars, honestly. And Putin is offering Trump this like quid pro quo, mixing both their wars together.
Putin said that, yes, he is giving intelligence to Iran, but he said that he would stop giving intelligence to Iran to help Iran target American soldiers, kill Americans, and harm American interests so long as the United States cuts off support to.
People have been telling Trump this whole time, like, while you're sending your boys out to meet with Russian, officials and diplomats, the Russians are feeding Iran intel that is leading to these strikes that are killing American soldiers. You're a traitor, basically. But he would kind of deny it. So this is verification. Putin straight up admits, like, yeah, we've been helping Iran kill American soldiers while you and Putin are butt buddies.
To Ukraine, Politico reports. Now it's being reported to help Iran target American soldiers, kill Americans, and harm American interests so long as the United States cuts off support to Ukraine, Politico reports. Now it's being reported that the U.S. at a military level is rejected.
Did you get that? Putin offered him a deal. He said, if you guys cut off support to Ukraine, we'll cut off support to Iran. And all the Americans, you know, like all the other politicians, even Republicans, I guess, were kind of like laughing, like, fuck you. And Trump went all quiet about it. So they think he's considering it.
This proposal, although Donald Trump has not commented, but this has left many across the world incredibly nervous that this is a deal that Donald Trump is contemplating. Moscow proposed a quid pro quo, and you know Donald Trump loves quid pro quos to the U.S., although Donald Trump never makes good on his side of the quid pro quo, unless it's Vladimir Putin, under which the Kremlin would stop sharing intelligence information with Iran, such as the precise coordinates of U.S. military assets in the Middle East, if Washington ceased supplying Ukraine with intelligence about Russia. Two people familiar with the U.S.-Russia negotiations said that such a proposal was made by Russian envoy Kirill Dmitriev to Donald Trump's envoy Steve Witkoff and his other envoy Jared Kushner during their meeting at the end of last week. It's being reported that the existence of this proposal has sparked major concern among European diplomats who worry Moscow is trying to drive a wedge between Europe and the United States at a critical moment for transatlantic relations, to which Donald Trump posted this morning the following. Again, while this war is raging out of control in the Middle East, Trump attacked NATO. Right, so Putin makes this offer to Trump. Trump's response is to say the following. Without the U.S., NATO is a paper tiger. They didn't want to join the fight to stop a nuclear-powered Iran. Now the fight...
Look at that. They didn't want to join the fight to stop a nuclear-powered Iran. You mean nuclear-powered Iran that you just said you obliterated their nuclear program a couple months ago? Like, these European countries cannot keep up with his bullshit. Like, and he... It's just...
It is militarily won with very little danger for them. They complain about the high oil prices they are forced to pay, but don't want to help open the Strait of Hormuz. A simple military maneuver that is the single reason for the high oil prices. So easy for them to do with so little risk. Cowards. And we will remember.
Cowards. And we will remember that you didn't come running when we started this illegal war on a whim to cover up the Epstein files. You didn't come running to help us. It's so bad, man.
Remember Donald J. Trump calling NATO and our European allies coward. And right now, the markets are reacting horribly to Donald Trump's abhorrent and unlawful war against Iran.
Look at the markets. All right, I got one more I wanted to show. And then I got to pull up the video for the space because I forgot to do it because I'm non-prepared. So yeah, here's the other one I wanted to show.
Donald Trump just rushed out of a press conference in the White House and refused to take any questions. He is panicking, and it is now being reported that the Pentagon is sending 3 warships and thousands of additional Marines to the Middle East. Roughly 2,200 to 2,500 Marines from the California-based USS Boxer Amphibious Ready Group and the 11th Marine Expeditionary Unit are heading to the U.S. Central Command responsible for all American forces in the Middle East. Officials are saying. Anne-Marie Hordern reported that, and we are learning that Donald Trump may be preparing boots on the ground in Karg Island right now.
Okay,
let's take a look at some of the reporting right here. Axios broke the story, and here's what they are saying. One senior official told Axios.
So there's been a lot of mention of this Karg Island thing, and I've been hearing that in like all these videos following the war. There's an island that they think if they hold it, they can control the strait. and Trump's been they've been hitting it with the airstrikes. And during one of the question segments with journalists, they asked Trump about the Karg Island, and he was like, "Well, it's completely obliterated, but we might just go back and hit it again for fun." So this Karg Island thing's been being mentioned a lot. It sounds like that's what these Marines are going to be used to do, is go take this little island surrounded by missile silos pointing at you, from the Middle East.
We've always had boots on the ground in conflicts under every president, including Trump. I know this is a fixation in the media, and I get the politics, but the president is going to do what is right. Another official said Trump, wants Hormuz open. If he has to take the Karg Island, that's going.
You know what would have kept the Strait of Hormuz open? Not waging this war.
To happen, and that may require more strikes and more troops before making a possible ground move. We need about a month to weaken the Iranians. Then we need to take the island. Let me show you what went down at this press conference moments ago, where Donald Trump was with he was doing this Commander-in-Chief trophy to the U.S. Naval Academy football team, and he just kind of runs out of this press conference. Watch what happens. He holds the football like he's pretending to be like a running back, and he just walks out of this event in the White House. Here, play this clip. And then he goes on, he's speaking in front of the Navy, and so he says, I keep asking, why aren't we taking over the Iranian naval ships? Why do we keep on just blowing up and destroying them? Shouldn't we have them join our Navy? Here's what he said.
You 100 Interstellar? You think so too, Interstellar? Okay.
The Navy can you remember the way that he treated Jason Sands? Are they good ships? Yeah, they're great ships. Just think back to all that. Then I said, why?
So do you believe that Jason Sands killed a crab monster in a cave?
The difference was they didn't know how to use it.
You're welcome in my space anytime.
They didn't know how to use it.
No, I'm just being serious. I'm being like,
but I want to recognize.
I'm being serious. Do you believe that, Interstellar?
Navy athletic director Michael Kelly, who's
okay, then how is that different than what average Chris does? He doesn't believe that either.
Donald Trump posted a message on social media early.
Actually broken him. That was the opposite.
Can we put end in the nest evidence of Chris's harassment stuff? Because I feel like it's just like a lot of talk.
Having to go pull up the movie,
all right, Gabe.
Video.
You're another one. You're a fucking crazy little doxer too, fucking and all up in the Lou mix. So it's just weird to hear you guys being like, Chris is evil.
This morning attacking NATO. So
he told me to shut the fuck up.
So actually, that was about as
he doxed my house. He made my sister cry and said, "Fuck my sister." So I'm not doing anything to that. I hope you get well.
Contemplating this ground invasion that may be imminent in Karg Island.
It's still on his feed.
Without the USA, NATO is a paper tiger. They didn't want to join the fight.
All right, there you go. See, I don't engage in that kind of behavior, but this is Loot Crew, and they're the victims.
Can you hear me right now?
How many people have you doxed in the last 5 years?
Loop distance mics.
0.
Guys,
I wonder if it's because
no, it's a fair question. How many times have you been doxed in the last 5 years?
Panda and his friends doxed my
fight to stop a nuclear-powered Iran. Now that fight is militarily won.
You and your friend,
with very little danger for them. They complain about the high oil prices. They are forced to.
Hilarious.
Oh,
it's a fair question. It's the reason why I asked the question. How many people who?
Yeah, you're right. Give me 1 second. Okay, we're good. I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to play the space. Alright, here we go. This space, dude, this clip is wild. And I gotta pull up my, man, I hope this doesn't kill the feed on the space. I'm gonna pull the cord to the phone and see. Nope, I'm good. Dude, content creation. What the fuck? Now I gotta find my zip drive that I pulled out. I don't know what I did with that. Dude, just a second. We could go ahead and start it. Let me make sure the volume.
I've always wondered that.
Okay, we're all set. I need to find the zip drive that had all the images on it. I had to switch it out, and now I lost it. Oh, I got it. Hell yeah. We're good. Now watch all the pictures pop up. Shit's complicated, man. Alright, here we go. And I got all these screen grabs around to show for different proof of things. And yeah, let's get it going here. I'll make sure we can all hear. Oh yeah, I gotta do it.
You hundreds in Estella? You think so too, in Estella? Okay.
Yeah, can you remember the way that he treated Jason Sands when he came out? Just think back to all that.
So it's the same space from yesterday. Interstellar is hosting it. J Just is co-hosting. Red Panda Koala's in there. They start out bickering. They're still talking about the average Chris, but it escalates into something else when Money Penny comes in. And dude, a lot of important shit comes out, including something that I didn't hear when I heard it the first time that I think we need answers to.
So do you believe that Jason Sands killed a crab monster in a cave?
Red, you're welcome in my space anytime, but come on, bro.
No, I'm just being serious. I'm being like, I'm being serious. Do you believe that in Estella?
I don't believe that, no.
Gabe keeps going, shut up and stop wasting people's time. I don't know if you can hear him, but it's funny.
Okay, then how is that any different than what Average Chris does? He doesn't believe that either. And I like Jason Sands for the record.
It was all about his military record, and he put maybe doxed him a little bit.
Did he? Can we put End in the Nest evidence of Chris's harassment stuff? Because I feel like it's just a lot of talk.
Shut the fuck up. You keep
all right, game.
Just wasting people.
You're another one. You're a fucking crazy little doxer too, fucking and all up in the Lou mix. So it's just weird to hear you guys being like, Chris is.
You're a crazy little doxer too, all up in the Lou mix. All up in the Lou mix.
And he put maybe doxed him a little bit.
Did he? Can we put End in the Nest evidence of Chris's harassment stuff? Because I feel like it's just a lot of talk.
I didn't find any evidence of Chris harassing or anybody. Just being real.
Shut the fuck up. You keep
all right, game.
Just wasting people.
You're another one. You're a fucking crazy little doxer too, fucking and all up in the Lou mix. So it's just weird to hear you guys being like, Chris is evil.
And just talk and not like.
He told me to shut the fuck up.
We don't need to attack each other, Red. Come on. Man.
He doxed my house. He made my sister cry and said, "Fuck my sister." So I'm not doing anything to that dude.
He made his sister cry. We shouldn't be making each other's sisters cry.
I hope you get well, dude.
That, Naomi. I thought we were past that.
Facts are facts.
Gabe is not doing that anymore. That's fine.
Facts are facts, though.
That's LM. LM was glazing and ball washing these guys the whole time. I would go ahead and consider him a Tupa minion at this point, where his main focus seems to be damage control for them and to to ratio the argument on their side. It seemed to be his only job in there.
It's still on his feed.
Yeah, look, if you want an apology, you can go suck my dick.
All right, there you go. See, I don't engage in that kind of behavior, but this is Lou Crew, and they're the victim.
You and Kimball had some kind of weird situation in a hotel room, so is that really true?
Hey, Red, how many people have you doxed in the last 5 years?
Here we go.
0.
That's not true.
Seriously, can we just
No, it's a fair question.
Here I come.
How many times have you been doxed in the last 5 years?
Panda and his friends doxed my juvenile
multiple
record.
times.
So Panda, you guys doxed me. So don't lie. You and your friend, UAP Mike, you guys doxed my juvenile record.
And I have screenshots.
And then you laughed about it on your archive.
I didn't do that.
It's hilarious.
It's a fair question. It's the reason why I asked the question. How many people who read you through your connection?
When when a UAP Mike and Dahlia, or this crew, they're organized. So when one of them doxes me and they're all in a space laughing about it, I consider that they all doxed me because they all knew about it and they all wound me up and tried to point me towards like Mike disclosure and stuff. So I just say your group doxed me. They all laughed about it and they all lied about it and tried to cover it up. I got proof of it.
Everybody's around you. How many people have been doxxed that are affiliated, associated, or came directly from you in the last 5 years?
0.
Okay.
That's
and how
true.
many people have been doxxed through that same connection on your side in the last 5 years?
Panda.
0. But still, to the Chris thing, I'm just asking for evidence of like
he keeps trying to push it back to the Chris thing. Well, it's gonna get off track here in a second, Panda. Don't worry.
Being paid to do that, or even him harassing people. Because just because you're critical of someone's claims and you don't necessarily believe them, because there are a lot of liars in this space. I mean, like, do you guys all believe Ashton Forbes? I know you guys all don't. You know what I mean? Like,
I guess my ultimate question is, who's been doxxed?
My shit's all still up on Gabe's feed to this day.
I've been doxxed. My juvenile record. They broke into my juvenile probationary records.
And who's they? Who's they? Who did that to you?
Jess causes problems down there on Listener.
So I'm gonna pull this up real quick to show why I say that. So when me and the other guy that Jess was trying to extort at the same time, we made contact and started talking, and she found out that her whole spiel was getting blown apart. She sent me this text message here, and it was her letting me know that she had my full name right there. It says, I said, they already have my name. I don't care. And she's saying I'll post. She threatened to dox my sister, my mom, and then she sent me my full name right here. And I said, I'm not scared of anything you have. And she said, your mom's full name and address. And then I say, I mean it when I say I don't care. I'll post my name. I'm an open book. And she says down here, then why did you tell me repeatedly how no one knew your name? So at this point, nobody in the Tupa crew had my name. Me and this girl had this weird little online relationship where my opinion is she was sent to infiltrate me because her whole focus was getting D pics from me. So over here is another screenshot. This is Logan, full spank Logan, doxing me from a space they were all in. It says TeeJay Felony, aka Tyler. He gave another name here. Well, this was proof that they didn't have my real name at this time. Suddenly, they had it and were doxing it. And that came after I got that screenshot from Jess Solves Problems at the time, and now it's Jess Causes Problems. This was me trying to break it off with her one time, and she would like threaten self-harm and stuff. Like I'm saying, this isn't fair. I was just trying to get everything out and explain. And she's talking about, and then I say, what you're doing isn't fair. You used threats of self-harm before like this, and I don't like it. And then she starts talking about how she doesn't understand why she's alive. This was just this nutty ass girl that ended up infiltrating my DMs, and I'm const I'm you know I'm convinced she was sent by these guys. And I'm going to play a little bit later. You have Somber when he's getting butthurt at Panda and throwing his little tantrums. He talks about how Panda employs these little murder she-wrote bitches and then has them running around the community getting data on people. And that's what this is. This is a screenshot of Panda's Discord where it has all these files on everybody. These people don't talk to Panda. He's got all this data on, look, Cartot's down here, Kimball's on here. This information is coming from these girls that they want to get in with the Tupa crew, and they infiltrate people in the community. Justice, Ocean, just causes problems. And you're gonna see, I have another one here when Moneypenny comes in. She references his little network also. You have several of his friends talking about this network that he kind of, that's an organized hate group. That's what they're talking about. And it's not us saying it anymore. You have his own friends talking about it.
We became close and she had my full name. She fed it to Panda and his friends and they doxed it.
No, lies. You see him just making shit up.
Panda,
making shit up. That's the common thing they throw at me, that I'm just making shit up. With all those screenshots, why wouldn't I think that she's the one who fed my full name to them? We weren't even allowed to say that we were friends because she was so scared that Panda and Tupa and all them would quit talking to her and quit letting her slum around in their spaces. And they would have. They would have. Here's the space. This is the person that doxed me. This is the account. Cinder's Crypt. Here they are coasting. That's Psych Ward Mike right there. Panda knew that this was the account that doxed me. I sent him a screenshot immediately after it happened. We were all in a space talking, and I thought we were getting along. We were talking about how lame it was the Panda and his sister were getting doxed. And we were all agreed. And then immediately after this happened, this guy doxed me from this account. I was told it was Dahlia, Cosmic Dahlia, on a sock, because she co-hosts with UAP Mike. But you heard in the recording yesterday, Panda, actually, I think it's right here. Panda claims he didn't have any idea who this was, and he thought it was Disclosure Mike. He tells me right here, he thought it was Disclosure Mike. So you believe the Red Panda Koala honestly thought Disclosure Mike was co-hosting with Psych Ward Mike? Panda was in this space. He's just lower down here. You can't see him. That's why I took this screenshot and sent it to him. I was like, you know who it is, bro. Why did you try to tell me it was Disclosure Mike? And to this day, that's what they push to the UFO Twitter communities, that I'm making things up. I got all the proof for all of it.
I sent it to you, bro. And I showed you who doxed me. It was that account that was connected to UAP Mike. Everyone was saying it was Dahlia, and you told me it was Disclosure Mike. And tried.
I thought it was. I don't know who that account is.
You shared spaces with that account.
This is what I'm talking about when I say nefarious. He's nefarious. He's not being honest. He's not being genuine. He's running game. He's running organized harassment, lies, manipulation. They wanted me to go up on Disclosure tonight and accuse Fessler and Mike Disclosure. That's what the plan was here. And he was gassing me up in DMs and trying to say it was Mike Disclosure. He knew the whole time it wasn't Mike Disclosure. That's psyoping people. That's manipulation.
Well,
Mike Disclosure's the one I know who done that.
Co-hosting, so I don't believe that, Panda. You shared spaces with that account while it was.
I've been in spaces with a lot of people, bro. Everyone's been in a lot.
I've been in spaces with a lot of people. They were all in there laughing about how my juvenile arrest record was doxed. Because they couldn't find anything on my adult record because nothing exists. So what they posted was me getting charged with like marijuana when I was like 12 years old. Which is so much more illegal than actually doxing, you know.
A lot of spaces with a lot of people, so.
Yeah. And I want to make it very clear, my full name was never doxed until after Jess Causes Problems was thrown in my face that she had my name now. Then they had my real name. So why wouldn't I think that?
You knew who that account was, bro. You knew it was Mike's friend or dog.
No.
Are you suggesting that there were DMs on back channels?
Going back to Average Chris.
Yeah, let's go back to Average Chris.
Panda wants to go back to Average Chris. He doesn't want to talk about this. It's all lies. TeeJay making up things again.
Clearly a fucking IC agent.
Are you suggesting that there were DMs on back channels that were specifically weaponized to dox people?
Ellen, just please shut up about this. Average Chris, please. I think average Chris,
Yeah,
right,
I am
is
saying that.
obviously a fucking
It's
IC agent.
organized
The
harassment.
motherfucker spends more time on X
You asked me to shut
than
up, please.
Red
So
Panda
you asked me to
Koala
shut up,
or
please. So I
Tupa.
will.
LM is a douchebag, bro. He's a fucking douche. Gabe already has a hard enough time talking, bro. Let the guy fucking talk. That's why even like interruptive bastards like me shut up when Gabe's talking. He's struggling to talk, bro. It's hard for him.
And they have bigger accounts.
Bigger
Oh,
accounts.
you think I'm being paid by the DoD too? Oh shit, let's go.
No, I think you're being paid by Greer. I think you're being paid by Greer to promote him in a positive light and defame Lou Elizondo, and to kind of keep control of the UFO Twitter community and make sure Greer always comes out smelling like flowers. You're basically online marketing is what you guys are.
No, I'm saying average Chris spends more time than you or Tupa on this fucking app. So either he doesn't have a job, right, or his job is to be on Twitter all day.
What does that matter?
You got to prove that too. I think you need to have proof.
What does that matter?
It matters. Motives matter. I want to know if the people I'm hanging out with are genuinely my friends, or if they're here being paid to run psyops. Like, I want to know that.
Start calling the average Chris.
Yeah, that's
bad.
Danny.
But the guy is suspicious as fuck.
He admitted himself that he was an intelligence agent, right? Whenever I outed him, and then on top of that, all he does is spread misinformation about whistleblowers. That's his number one hobby.
It's true. Like all his spaces are about whistleblowers.
It's true.
Like I don't mind pushback. I
Jay
think it's
does.
good. I think that we should question whatever information comes because, like really.
I wish
I don't
Chris
know.
was still in here and Chris could have
Yeah.
spoken, said his piece, and then everybody could have asked him questions respectfully.
Yeah.
But unfortunately,
You guys think this stuff about like
Well,
Cambion? Because Cambion only really discredit.
Yeah, that's where my Bible was to Cambion. Because Cambion is part of UFO Twitter, but he only discredits. He doesn't have any episodes where he's like, look at this new UFO news that's interesting. It's all like, look at these wackadoos. And I don't think Cambion's a paid anything. That's just how his mind works. I love Cambion.
It's like whistleblowers and stuff. Do you think the same things about that? I just see him almost as like a skeptic dick.
You don't know.
Same with like Lou reviews. Like I think we got to keep the line between a skeptic dick and a fed.
I think it really doesn't matter. If someone's telling the truth will come out and it will shine through. That's my opinion. And there won't be like one person saying it, will be multiple people saying the same thing.
Oh, I think J Jess is awesome. I think she's one of the coolest people on UFO Twitter.
That's not necessarily true.
Well, the thing that's really dark.
You got all these females kind of in the Tupa crew that they seem to, their whole job is to like promote and support, like Hey Ocean, Heather, like all they do is kind of run support for these wankers. And I respect that J Just is her own person and has her own opinions and is willing to push, to interrupt people and even go into spaces where with bigger names. She's not intimidated by the goofy ufology celebrity. Yeah, I think J Just is based. I don't really care about what their belief system. If they believe that Jason Sands is honest, if they believe the Israelis have a right to go into Palestine. I try to avoid judging people based on that shit. I almost chalk it up as like religious belief. That's their belief system. You can't control that. Like, I'm a libtard, dude. It's how my brain works. I can't control it. Like, I couldn't try being a MAGA tomorrow. It would be obvious that that's not who I am.
Is that it's our own government, right? Giving money to disinform the public. That's where it becomes perverse. Like, these intelligence operations are already supposed to not be happening by executive order and because they're clear violations of the Constitution. But the fact that they're targeting American citizens who are expressing their First Amendment rights, right? That's what's fucked up.
We got two hands, Red and then LM. Go ahead, Red.
Does anyone have any specific examples of things Chris has said or that you guys think were just like cross the line or too far beyond just somebody who's skeptical and interested in the subject? Because mind you, too, he is also a UFO experiencer, by the way.
This is protection. When I say damage control, they'll group together and do damage control for each other. This is what I mean. He's a good neighbor. It's a bro code, bro. This is the UFO Twitter gatekeeper core, and they protect each other. And dude, they've been at it for years
I think
now.
like a lot of people in the community don't keep records of everything, and like we can only go by what we
like. Even off the top of your head, like it doesn't have to be specific, but just like because these are big accusations you guys are throwing around that he's paid by the government to harass whistleblowers. So I just think we should provide evidence of that maybe
Panda,
before.
Who has accused the whole community of being Blue Crew. Anyone who bothers him is Blue Crew. Are
No,
you
I haven't.
kidding me?
No, I
No, I haven't.
No, I haven't.
So again, so I guess the panel, everyone had a lot of claims out. If anyone has any evidence for this, I'd be happy to hear it. And I think that's fair, right? Is that or no? Fuck it.
Because
Which
no,
ones
because
without
we're
evidence?
not a fucking court of law, Red, and we don't stalk people 24/7 and record them without their consent, like you.
I mean, there should be on the post even. You guys
Gabe has zero patience for Two-Foot Panda.
say he's online all day more than even me and Tupa. Like, there are some posts in the nest that you guys think are out of pocket. You know?
Yeah, you know what? I'll do all that work for you right after I finish whatever else I'm fucking doing today. Look, everyone knows here Average Chris's reputation. He's not a rude person. He's not a nasty person, right?
He's
He's just an
snarky.
extremely
He is rude.
like devoted hater
Wanker.
of whistleblowers.
Wanker. And he blocks anybody who sneezes in his direction because that seems to be the theme.
That's how I base a lot of how I judge people on is if they're willing to engage in a disagreement publicly and not block you. And most people can't do that.
Red, do you think Average Chris is a positive for the community?
My bar's
and support
low.
whistleblowers?
Yes.
Or do you think that he is negative and actively tries to intimidate whistleblowers into not
Here
coming
comes
forward?
money, Penny.
I think he's totally a positive for the community, and I think it's like you gotta like if people's claims aren't checking out, I don't know why that's bad to
Somehow
verify,
I
you know?
dislike you even more now, Panda. I didn't think that was possible.
Panda would.
I just want evidence of the claims that Chris is paid by the government to harass. Like, give me evidence of him harassing. Give me evidence of him being paid.
Consider
I don't
Chris
think it's
to be a good neighbor, yes or no?
Absolutely.
yes. And actually, he's because he actually stood up to a bunch of you guys when a lot of people were cowards to do
Oh,
that.
he did, and he
100%.
blocked us. He blocked me and every dude. I used to be cool with Chris. He blocked me because when he was going at Satanic for being a Satanist, I asked him if he recognized religious freedom, and he blocked me. We were cool.
And then this network here, some of the people who were talking to you accused him of raping an old lady.
What does that have to do with?
Some of the people talking to you. That's one of the main tactics they try to do is one crime, one fringe member of the community does something and they lump us all like that we did it together, which we don't like. There's no plotting or spaces where we're all in there, bring your beef and we all sit in there for 6 hours. So I don't know where he thinks we're, like why you would connect me. I don't know what he was talking about. Someone accused Chris of an S assault or something, but he just throws these flyers out and it's like, oh, that happened on Twitter? Well, what the fuck does that have to do with me?
Disgusting. Now, if Chris was doing shit like that, I would disavow that.
I never said any of that.
You throw mud at the walls here, Red.
He's throwing mud at the walls. That Interstellar nailed it there. That's throwing mud at the walls. Like just bringing up random bad things to happen to Chris on Twitter. Like, what? How is that my problem?
Really not. I'm just saying, like, Chris has been accused of a lot of crazy shit by some of the people in this very space that I don't see evidence for. Yeah, I'm not talking about you, TJ.
And we got LM's hand. Go ahead, LM.
Well, then why did you use that as an argument against me? If you're not talking about me.
Look, in a sense, I don't really even blame Average Chris because he's just trying to make his paycheck, right? He's just trying to get a nut, right? So he can, like, pay his mortgage. You know, he's like everybody else in here, right? So I get it, right? I get it. And I get that he's never going to admit that he's being paid to do what he's doing.
He's snarky. He seems to. I understand what they're saying. He has a one-track mind, which I compared it to Cambian, where the minute you see a new case, you're set on criticizing and debunking. And I've been guilty of that before, but I try not to do that shit anymore. There are cases that I find interesting and that are, but they need to have some kind of physical proof with them. He seems to everything is criticized and snarky, and also some of these veterans and the way they use their military status as a way to put their word up above someone else's. I'm always put off by that shit too. I don't give a fuck about your military status, man. Some of the dumbest people I ever met in my life were in the military.
Get that too. But, you know,
it's just
if
real.
If he even had like a little bit of, ethical principles behind him, he would find a different job. Because to make whistleblowers' lives hell, it takes a really special kind of person.
I want to, actually, this is probably a good time to do this if it's still up here. There's a clip that is on X that everyone is, I think, kind of referencing here, and I wanna play it. And this is kind of what led to a lot of this discussion. I should be able to find it real quick here. Give me a second. I reposted it.
And I raised my concerns about the October 7th attack on Israel and intelligence I was very familiar with from the region. It is a very telling sign what they did afterwards with my concerns about the actions of Israel and our government. We found one of the key players in the legacy security architecture lately or currently at Northrop Grumman. There have been coordinated online attacks against myself, Dylan Borland, David Grush, Lou Elizondo, Jeff.
Did you hear that? There have been coordinated online attacks, and he names a list of people, one of them including Lou Elizondo.
There have been coordinated online attacks against myself, Dylan Borland, David Grush, Lou Elizondo, Jeff Mixatelli. The point is it's systematic and it's ongoing to this day.
Systematic.
We have identified the main players.
We have identified the main players. Now, this is what I think kind of put people on the idea of Average Chris.
That they are active duty service members or reserve service members with active clearances, doing this on their work time from work computers.
That's right.
And that this network of shit talkers is directly traced back to legacy programs.
This network of shit talkers. So this is what kind of started this whole discussion. I think we're missing it. And I find it kind of hilarious that Red Panda Koala seemed to, and LM even, seemed to kind of like almost accuse Sawan about his thing. This screams Chupacabra and Red Panda Koala to me. Now, I understand they're not military reservists, but who has launched an organized shit-talking campaign on UFO Twitter, on social media, on Lou Elizondo? Like, who are the names that come to mind when you think of somebody launching an organized, planned defamation campaign against Lou Elizondo? I think these guys are clearly on to Chupacabra and Red Panda Koala, and this has been a 3-year defamation campaign. Talk about they're posting wild accusations about Elizondo trying to groom men from the community for gay orgies. It's any ridiculous bullshit they can come up with, and it's ongoing, and that's what I think he's referencing. I don't know where the military thing comes into play. Doty, yeah, they connected Doty. I mean, but that's what I took from that. When I heard him talk about an organized campaign against Lou Elizondo, I was like, dude, they know about the Tuba Crew.
There may or may not be somebody in the space who has been targeted by Chris, and if they want to come up and tell that story, that's fine. That's up to them.
Who, Moneypenny?
That's a very bad thing to say, Red.
Jesus, Panda.
Is it? He's talking about that publicly.
Yeah, considering that you also have gone after Moneypenny too.
Okay, so this is interesting. The minute Interstellar mentioned that there's someone in this space that has had run-ins with Average Chris and Red Panda Koala, he outed her. He went, "Is it Moneypenny?" And I want to set up something the Moneypenny posted a little while back, and this will kind of set up what she's about to say here, I believe. It's kind of sad too. I think it is, but okay, here it is.
This is Moneypenny being tortured by the two people that should have the most respect and be looked up to in the UFO sector. Chupacabra and Red Panda are running yet another space about friction between people. And again and again and again, we are hearing about Tupa's family being threatened and Red being threatened and Joe Bloggs being threatened and everybody being threatened. Today, the discussion is about somebody called Darren being threatened who has made a report to the police in the United Kingdom, where I live. So I thought it might be helpful, because I also know some of the UFO British people, which is what they're trying to identify, if I went up and helped contribute. Because I'm quite supportive of making sure there's no bullying and nobody throwing around insults. But now, for the second day running, when I went up onto that stage and tried to contribute, you can listen to the recording, everything I said was completely talked over, and then I was thrown off the stage again. Now, I'm not saying I'm any more important than anybody else, but I am, at the moment, the only British person in the UFO community who knows anything about any of these people that are being talked about, who is the only British person who is willing to come up on stage and at least give some background information about something reported to the British police.
Listen to Tupa running his cock holster in the back.
For the second day running, and it's been happening for quite a long while now, what I say means nothing. My opinion is worth nothing. In the UFO community, where I spend many hours a day trying to help push disclosure, to investigate from a scientific point of view what is going on, I'm not allowed to speak. If I can't speak, and I have a reasonably large account, I've got over 40,000 followers, then God help anybody else that wants to go and speak on these stages.
Right.
It really upsets me.
Right.
It is not respect.
It almost sounds like that's a little closed off echo chamber hate group brewing in there. And Moneypenny's kind of figuring that out in real time here.
It is not professional, and I don't think they bloody well, I'm part of the community, we don't deserve disclosure. How is a whistleblower supposed to come out and talk when they get this reception for just trying to get on a stage? Tupa, Red, I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt, but twice throwing me off stage and not letting me talk is just not on. I deserve an apology. I'm sorry, and I know you don't agree with me. I asked you to stop the bullying that was happening to me. You didn't help me with that at all. But at least, let me speak.
So, she's obviously upset about what's been going on here. She had a statement here too. One of the things that bothered me was this. So here is a panda here. And this is what he does when these people bring legit concerns to him. He harnesses he harvests their their feelings, their emotions. And you got UFO smug here saying, the low-key most, the more you get to know me, the more you get to hate me, dude, in this community. That takes a special kind of talent, respect. And it's him making a joke about how all these these are people that were his friends. Like, if he treats his friends this way, but what she's saying here is she's got some DMs. She says, "You have won and I am off." So she's giving up, leaving the community, DMing him, and he's posting it. And then she says, "But tomorrow I am releasing the evidence about your little network, because people deserve the truth." So you have her here talking about this little network, and Panda just making a joke about it, because that's kind of what he does to try to get ahead of these things. Let's hear what Moneypenny has to say.
I get it. And I get that he's never going to admit that he's being paid to do what he's doing. I get that too. But, you know, if he even had like a little bit of, you know.
Dude, and even, like, whether you agree the Buddy Pity has a legit reason to be upset or not, a decent person just recognizes that she's obviously upset, and to the point where she's done. She's saying no more to the UFO Twitter community. And what does he do? He pushes her over the edge. He posts it publicly. He clowns her. They talk about it in spaces. And Moneypenny is just one of many. We've talked about this. I can name a lot of females that left the community specifically because of that kind of bullshit. It's why I respect J Just, because you can't bully J Just.
Ethical principles behind him, he would find a different job, because to make whistleblowers' lives hell takes a really special kind of person.
Okay, since Panda, I was actually waiting for Panda to come in and say this. Panda, you just fell into my trap. Panda does this thing where he talks like I'm obsessed with him. My channel is covering what happens on UFO Twitter. So I'm covering the big accounts, the spaces, all that stuff. I've had several episodes that didn't mention Pandy. Let's look at some of these spaces the Red Panda Koala has participated in over the last few months. Let's see. TeeJay is a danger to all, so a space with me in the title. There you are, Pandy. Let's see. Are there any more? Oh, there's another space that you guys held. TeeJay watches CP, no lie. No proof given, though. It seems like people would have wanted to know if there was proof about me and CP, Pandy. So what was this about? This was hosted by Psych Warden Mike. He was put in a mental ward because his issues online started to envelop his personal life. Panda weaponizes him to do things like this. He's also connected to the account that doxed me. And the reason they dox me and attack me is because I'm exposing them. And nobody likes to get exposed. I think I got one more here. Oh, that's Logan. Well, there was another one called TeeJay Streams. I think it's right here, ain't it? Just for fun. Oh, look. What's this, Panda? What is this, Panda? Panda, you got 80,000 followers, bro. I got 1,000 followers. 800 to be exact. Hey, Panda, have you ever heard the phrase punching down? Because you might be the king of punching down. So what is this, Panda? This was a entire space. I think it went about 8 hours. And Red Panda Koala and Logan, they played clips and and talked about me, but I'm obsessed with Red Panda Koala because I cover what happens on UFO Twitter. Unfortunately, what happens on UFO Twitter usually involves one of these scumbags because they gatekeep the community. I don't like that it's that way, that when I cover what's happening on UFO Twitter, it has to involve these guys. This was a very popular space that happened. Everyone was talking about it. It wasn't recorded. I got a recording of it, and we're going over it. Red Panda Koala just happened to be included because he is living on UFO Twitter and dominating the community. Let's play through it.
Not be somebody in the space who has been targeted by Chris, and if they want to come up and tell that story, that's fine. That's up to them.
Who, Moneypenny?
That's a very bad thing to say, Red.
Jesus, Panda.
Is it?
So, what just happened there is Interstellar was giving Moneypenny the opportunity. He did name her. He said, if you do want to come up, but you don't have to, because a lot of these female women don't like this confrontation shit, and I don't blame them. I don't like it, dude. It gives me anxiety. But once Panda heard there was someone in the audience, he outed her. He went, who, Moneypenny? Because he just doesn't seem to be able to handle social cues, or he just doesn't give a fuck. Whichever.
He's talking about that publicly.
Yeah, considering that you also have gone after Moneypenny too, Red.
How have I gone after Moneypenny?
He was trying to give her the chance to decide for herself if she wanted to talk about
She's made public posts saying that. So.
One way you've gone after her was when she DM'd you telling you that she was at the edge and was leaving the community because of this shit. You posted it and made fun of her. That's one way that you went after her.
There's a few other people here too that I think are mischievous, and I don't think they're all, American. I think some of them are definitely,
this is kind of funny too.
European.
Who are they? Who are they? Call them out.
One person I can think of is Bruce. Bruce, when the paper by Dr. Villarreal came out,
Rotary likes you.
I remember that he criticized her work and said he had an alternative thesis of how
Rotary
all that could have occurred.
Lit.
And then he never showed his work. So to this day, I still don't have whatever work he was citing to disprove Dr. Villarreal.
Okay.
So
Rotary derailed Cambion. Rotary derailed Cambion live during his show the other day. His posts were getting deleted when they were coming in live, and he started asking Cambion why he was deleting his chat posts, and Cambion stopped the show and went on like, "We don't censor people." It was funny. That shit does happen.
I think it's like clear and obvious that the person's not acting in good faith.
So you're saying it's like a misinformation
Bruce
train,
Benton?
like
Bruce.
that's like the caboose and the
Money
whole,
Pity
engine
comes
coming
up
at
here in
you,
a second.
And then when you ask for, how can you back up what you're talking about, and they go silent, that's when you see that as weaponized against.
I don't know.
Just truth.
One of my friends is writing a science fiction book, and Astoria sounds like something she would say.
You're basically just saying, like, yeah, you talk a big talk. You talk about how all these things are coming down the tracks, but you can't talk to the engine. You can't talk to the caboose. You can't go from the beginning to the end. You can't explain
we're friends sometimes.
And even when you're proffered to actually explain it, you can't. So that's when you discard that as a weaponized aperture of just basically throwing a wrench into logical thought.
LM is actually pretty intelligent. It's crazy that he lets people manipulate him the way he does.
And is that what you're saying? Like, that's how you're attributing that to it? You're like, thank you so much for running your train through our conversation, but at the same time, you can't even back up what you're talking about.
So are you saying they were fed this information and they couldn't like show their work how they got there? Is that what you're saying?
No, he just magically came up with it. He was just like, oh, well, actually.
Ashton Forbes has accused people of this. Basically what someone does is they hand someone else information or knowledge and are like, hey, go debunk that guy. Go prove him wrong. Because they don't want to get in the mud themselves.
I'm working on this, and it might actually be caused by specks.
But they don't have the
mentality
to tell you how they achieve that knowledge.
How long have you been working on this?
I call it crash test dumming somebody. You got to watch out for that. Like, I've had people leak stuff to me. Somber leaked me all the soul domains that Doomer bought on everybody, and he wanted me to go crash out over it.
He said a few months. So, well, I'd love to see your work, so I can see what you're talking about.
Yeah, and then crickets.
And he said, yeah, sure. I'm just finishing it up. Never got it.
Right. So
we've got Moneypenny in the space as well now. Welcome, Moneypenny. How are you doing?
Welcome, Moneypenny. I don't think she's up there to talk about. Well, we'll see.
Hi, I'm glad I left this community, but I'll be very honest. Chris Average and Red Panda together are probably 50% of the reason I left the community.
Shocking. Shocking turn of events.
Wow.
Color me shocked.
That's like
so
the twist.
Can you elaborate, Mike?
I want to hear Sawan. He went, color me shocked.
He came up with it. He was just like, oh, well, actually, I'm working on this, and that
I think it was
be caused by specks of
color me shocked
or some shit in the sky. And I said, oh, really? So how long have you been working on this? He said,
thanks
a few
for
months.
joining.
So, well, I'd love to see your work, so I can see what you're talking about.
Yeah, and then crickets.
And he said, yeah, sure. I'm just finishing it up. Never got it.
Panda handles it well.
Welcome, Moneypenny. How are you doing?
Panda handles it.
Hi, I'm glad I left this community, but I'll be very honest. Chris Average and Red Panda together are probably 50% of the reason I left the community.
Shocking. Shocking turn of events.
Wow.
Color me shocked.
That's like the twist.
Can you elaborate, Moneypenny?
That's a big twist in this.
Yeah, you're not going to bully her right now,
your
man.
Research into plasma.
Can you elaborate on why me and Chris made you leave the community?
You don't have to answer the question, Moneypenny.
Nobody talk over you. The floor's yours, Moneypenny.
I don't follow what other people do. Nobody made me leave. I chose to leave. But fair. I'm glad.
Listen, okay. LM takes that. He's in there running protection for Tupa and Panda. So he hears that and he immediately tries to worm in like, so what you're saying it wasn't. That's fair. It wasn't Chris and Panda. Like that, consider that statement retracted. Like mental gymnastics.
That's a good way to like cleanse the air of that you weren't forced out, you chose to leave. I appreciate that.
I appreciate that because now I can erase it in my mind. The Panda ran you out of the community. I can delete.
Can you let her finish the LM? She was like,
I'm just saying, I appreciate what she just said.
Nobody talking until Moneypenny finished. Go ahead.
I appreciate it. Shut up. You're not even involved.
There are some very unpleasant people. Let me just give you an analogy.
This is very important. And this is where I got a little, wondering, what the fuck is she talking about here? Listen to this.
I've been writing about, obviously, the financial side of Epstein. Anybody that walks past somebody committing a crime, whether that person is a paedophile or a money launderer, and you walk past and do nothing about it, in my eyes, you are as much of a criminal as somebody who is actively doing something.
That's huge. What is she talking about there? She mentioned the P word specifically, okay? And I know people don't like fucking hearing about it, but this goddamn hard drive that these guys melt down over and start accusing everyone of lying about, this shit I think I was right about all this shit. And she's referencing that she found out a lot of this shit was true also, and she want nothing to fucking do with it. Because you have UFO Shane in Spaces saying the exact same shit. So who is she talking about? Who is she saying that she found out that they are covering for that type of behavior? Why would she use that word? Dude, there's something going on with that shit.
Talk over you. The floor's yours, Moneypenny.
I don't follow what other people do. Nobody made me leave. I chose to leave.
That's
but
fair.
I'm glad.
Yep, that's fair. That's a good way to like cleanse the air of that you weren't forced out. You chose to leave. I appreciate.
Why would she include the P word in this? UFO Twitter has a P word problem, and no one wanted to fucking listen to me. You got people from inside that group making the same type of accusations. Maybe they're not involved in it, but they're definitely protecting people that are involved in it.
Appreciate that.
Can you let her finish though, LM? She was like
I'm just saying. I appreciate what she just said.
Nobody talk until Moneypenny finished. Go ahead.
I chose. There are some very unpleasant people. Let me just give you an analogy. I've been writing about, obviously, the financial side of Epstein. Anybody that walks past somebody committing a crime, whether that person is a paedophile or a money launderer, and you walk past and do nothing about it, in my eyes, you are as much of a criminal as somebody who is actively doing something.
What if you not only walk by and do nothing about it, but when people try to raise awareness that it's happening, you run them into the ground and call them a liar and accuse them of making stuff up? Yeah, a person with integrity and a conscience would have a hard time sitting and watching that.
That is my analogy for what happens in this community, which is very, very unpleasant, not mature, not caring, not kind, and I'm glad I'm out of it.
So you're speaking to some level of
She wanted out of that little group, bro. She saw too much. And that's what seems to happen. Now, UFO Shane saw the same type of shit. We'll play the clip here in a little bit if we have to. But he's willing to sacrifice it because he wants his online money and friends, and you know he's willing to overlook these things. The people with integrity eventually realize what's going on in this little network that she said in the screenshot, and they get the fuck out.
Social responsibility.
Absolutely.
Yep, I agree.
So are you saying me and Chris did that?
I just wanted on the record that I agree with Moneypenny. There is a
dude, LM, shut up. Oh my god, he's so annoying.
Certain portion of social responsibility.
He's trying to do damage control for Panda right now. It's so obvious. She's straight up saying that guy knows people are involved in this stuff and he acts like he doesn't. And LM's like, oh, I appreciate blah, blah, blah. He knows what he's doing. He's a minion
Of information that you gather and how you act.
They were DMing
and just because you're not the person that delivered it or the source of it, you do have social responsibility of how you act upon it. I agree.
Thank you.
Well, that was unexpected. I didn't think that's.
Have you got a response, Red Panda? Go ahead.
No, I mean, can she elaborate on like she threw out some pretty big accusations against me and Chris? Can she like specific with it?
There were no accusations, bro. What are you talking about?
She just said me and Average Chris are 50% of the reason why she's no longer part of the community.
Yeah, and I don't need to be more specific than that because it's
okay. So just okay.
This is a common theme I've heard. I've had a lot of people in my DMs talking about these guys. Specifically, I was told about how Red Panda Koala was bragging openly that he was running over 30 to 40 socks on the community. And it's people he thinks are his friends, but they don't want to cross him. They don't want to cross Panda and Tupa. And it's not like they're afraid, they're scared of these guys. What they're afraid of is the headache. Your podcast is gonna start getting bothered like Disclosure Tonight did. Your comments are gonna be full of these wankers on their socks with 10, 15 followers, and they just don't want no part of it. The problem is it's grown into such a big fucking problem in the community. It's running out people from the community that like Moneypenny here that are kind of the foundation. So at some point you gotta recognize it.
Personal, and it is exactly the sort of thing that goes on in here, which is throwing sticks at little boys when they trip over things. It is horrible, it is demeaning, it is not professional,
Yeah,
it is
we
not
know,
mature,
Panda,
and it is
we
not
know.
nice in a community where we're meant to be
just like you don't bot your fucking followers. We know.
supporting people who've been through
just like the KMF archive isn't you. All lies. It's crazy.
trauma.
Can you be specific or no? You're just gonna accuse me of some like crazy stuff, but not like give examples or even you know what I mean?
I'm not going to detail. I wouldn't do with anybody because I don't believe it is warranted for anybody to go into detail about personal issues we have with each other. I think it is better to be mature and stand off and do as I do. If you get upset, leave the community.
Listen to LM. Fuck that. No, dude. I don't agree with that at all. We're gonna rewind that a little bit. And LM. Yeah, just go. Get out of here, lady that has dirt on Panda.
No, I mean, can she elaborate on like she got some pretty big accusations against me and Chris? Can she get like specific with it?
There were no accusations, bro. What are you talking about?
Listening back,
She just said me and Average Chris are 50% of the reason why she's no longer part of the community.
Yeah, and I don't need to be more specific than that because it
Okay, so just okay. All right.
Personal, and it is exactly the sort of thing that goes on in here, which is throwing sticks at little boys when they trip over things. It is horrible.
So what she's talking about there is Panda and his crew basically A-logging everybody and just attacking anyone for anything they do, being real critical of them. I honestly feel like she might be talking about like even some of my stuff. Like, Moneypenny seems like a pretty chill, nice person. So just all the hate spaces, she probably wouldn't enjoy that shit. Everyone playing my videos where I'm just trying to be real and talking about like facing, eviction and stuff, and they're all in there clowning me like I'm their private lol cow. Someone like Moneypenny probably wouldn't enjoy that. You have like, like the trash bags of the community that engage in that shit. The drama groupies and stuff. She's not one of those.
Horrible. It is demeaning. It is not professional. It is not mature, and it is not nice in a community where we're meant to be supporting people who've been through trauma.
I agree.
Can you be?
We should support each other as long as with limits. But I want to be able to support each other, not steal each other's content and make fun of each other. And if I do cross the line, I try to apologize for it. But
Specific or no? You're just gonna accuse me of some like crazy stuff, but not like give examples or even you know what I mean?
I'm not going to detail. I wouldn't do with anybody because I don't believe it is warranted for anybody to go into detail about personal issues we have with each other. I think it is better to be mature and stand off and do as I do. If you get upset, leave the community.
All right, Moneypenny.
And Moneypenny, you're saying you left the community. If you had to put it on the
I just want to clear up the reason I asked this right now is because I didn't have the recording going and I wanted the recorder saying this. So this was kind of a cheap like journalist ploy.
Anyone, it would be Average Chris and Panda here.
50%.
50%.
Wow.
That's a fair representation, but don't.
I can't think of any women that have left the community because of me, but I can name a good handful that have specifically left the Spaces circuit because of Panda. I mean, Ray, LP, now Moneypenny. I think Dove pretty much pulled out because she was done with all that shit.
Ever had any issues with King Milkfart? Has King Milkfart ever bothered you?
I don't even know who he is. Never had any dealings with
Wow.
him.
Absolutely shocking.
I would say it's not.
Do I need to rewind that part? Panda, did you hear that part, dude? You should record this and put it on the archive. This part right here.
And it is exactly the sort of thing that goes on in here, which is throwing sticks at little boys.
Do you want me to pause this so you can get your screen recorded?
It is demeaning. It is not professional, it is not mature, and it is not nice in a community where we're meant to be
This is the
supporting
clip
people
of the
who've been through
the whole
trauma.
space right here.
Can you be specific or no? You're just gonna accuse me of some like crazy stuff, but not like give it.
Panda, I already displayed your guys' parodies of me, and that didn't cause Heather to leave anything. She didn't leave the community. She stayed right where she was, over in the hate group. So that's not the same thing, right? And I showed two parody accounts that you guys had running of me called TeeJay Fentanyl and TeeJay Misdemeanor, and they were using real images of me. So cry about Heather parody, y'all can eat shit, dude.
Examples or even, you know what I mean?
I'm not going to detail.
This is what Panda does. He's disappointed that people actually look at what's happening and then be like, oh, TeeJay's actually onto something. He's just disappointed that you all would look at these screenshots and then be sad.
I wouldn't do with anybody because I don't believe it is warranted for anybody to go into detail about personal issues we have with each other.
He's so disappointed that you would associate with TeeJay. They're the tastemakers of UFO Twitter. Even though they all have criminal records and hang out with Logan, who's a convicted woman beater, everyone knows. That's the problem, Panda, is you guys got in bed with a real slime ball, and you're connected to all his bullshit, including those hard drives.
I think it is better to be mature and stand off and do as I do. If you get upset, leave the community.
Mm-hmm. All right, Moneypenny.
And Moneypenny, you're saying you left the community. If you had to put it on anyone, it would be Average Chris and Panda here?
50%.
Wow.
Well, who's the other 50%? It's not like King Milkfart or one of those guys, is it?
That's a fair representation. But
have you ever had any issues with King Milkfart? Has King Milkfart ever bothered you?
I don't even know who he is. Never had any dealings
wow.
with him.
Absolutely shocking.
Holy mackerel.
I would say it's not a stretch because a lot of women here feel like they're targeted.
Panda can hang out.
Yes, you're very right there. Very right indeed.
By me and Chris?
We have a...
Yes, Panda, by you and Chris. Like, dude, you're such a goon. You have a woman right in front of you telling you you are the reason, if anyone is, that I am leaving. Dude, why are you unable to admit you're a dick? Like, everyone is capable of being a dick sometimes. All we can do is try to lessen the amounts that we are a dick. The problem is, your stuff is like psyop, manipulative shit. Like, you knew damn well who doxed my juvenile record. Dude, that's a psyop you're trying to run on me. Can't you see that? It's everything you accuse this imaginary Lou crew of doing. You're building a database of information. You're weaponizing people. Actually, we have some stuff to show after this is finished here.
In this community, there's like some very well-known stalkers of some of these girls, right? That everybody knows, and somehow.
All right, yeah, we'll go ahead and show that now because we're gonna run low on time. I want to try to keep them to 2 hours, so I'm gonna pull this up, and we're gonna show a couple other things. And the theme of this is that these aren't hate groupers saying this stuff. Like, this is your own people. That's why it sticks. And Somber seems to throw little tantrums every now and then. And when that happens, which is common in the Tupa crew, they start telling on each other and accusing each other of things. And that's kind of their biggest flaw, their downfall. I'm not sure what order all these are in. Let's just play them. Let me see. Is this the first one? Yeah, we'll go this one.
He's just a nice guy, right? He's just a nice guy, everyone. Don't worry about Red. He's just a nice.
So this is when Somber drank too much, because that's what he does, and he was blowing the whistle on the Tupacrue group and explaining, what threatening. This is what's frustrating about it, is he made all these threats and accusations, mentioned specific names that were involved, but somehow they get him back in line. And then, a couple days later, when he's not so fucking drunk, they're back in spaces all broing down again. That's what's so frustrating to watch about this shit.
Nice guy. Right. Where's Megan?
And this is ufology_SWAT. Go over and check out that on YouTube if you want to catch up on all the bullshit on UFO Twitter. It's a really good channel on YouTube.
Where's Megan, Red? Where's Megan?
What about her, Sombra?
So Somber mentions Megan a lot. That was one of the girls that Panda apparently had gathering intel for him to fill out his servers. She was a member of the community. Somber made these accusations, and then like I said.
Where's Megan? What does she have to say about you? Let's find out. Let's find out. Why don't we get it from the back channels and just post it right here? Fuck it anyways, right? Because you're a coward ass bitch, right?
Okay, yeah.
You are, and I've got the proof. Ever fuck with me, Red? Try me.
Right.
Try me. You think I'm playing with you? Red, hey, you think I'm playing?
Crash out harder,
You ever seen me play? Try me.
Crash out.
Keep in mind, this is Somber. He was crucial with the Rogers coin scam. This is a bro. Like, this is one of his boys. This isn't... Their biggest issues are the guys within the group. It's not any imaginary loot crew. KMF has been off painting little figurines for the past year and a half. Hasn't bothered anybody. And he's still over there trying to point the blame at, these imaginary hate groups, running 8-hour spaces about loot crew that they can't seem to create any screenshots or videos to represent.
Try me, dude. It ain't a crash out. Try me. I'm being real with you, homie. Say one more fucking word, right? You think you're hard? You think you don't live in a glass house? You got your boys telling me I do? Try me. Who lives in a glass house, Red? You tell me right now. You better say yes.
I mean, he's a likable guy, but he's orchestrating the only real hate group on UFO Twitter. I think Panda's a likable guy. I think if he owned a lot of this shit, we could probably move past it and let the community get back to normal. But a lot of these people he weaponizes are vile. You guys were talking about all these threats and stuff. Look who he's hanging out with here, Chase. That guy threatens everyone, everywhere he goes. Panda weaponizes these people. Everything he accuses this imaginary hate group of doing, he does. And it's through weaponizing people that he can manipulate into acting out. UAP Mike was told by a judge not to be in these spaces, lashing out at people. Panda encourages him to do these things. And you're going to hear Somber talk about it here in a minute. He mentions this network, the same thing Moneypenny's talking about. He calls them his little murder she wrote bitches.
That's me. Try me, fool. Try me, fool.
Yes.
Say it. Who lives in a glass house, Red?
Try harder,
Who lives in a glass house, Red? Who lives in a glass house, Red? You want me to show you? Keep yakking your stupid ass mouth, bitch. You're
Scream your phone louder, bro.
Yeah. My phone, huh? What's up with
Somber's such a wanker.
What's up with Megan? You want to talk?
Look, what's up with Megan? Dude, it's so weird. What is up with Megan, Pandy? I don't care if you had I actually really liked Megan. So I was honestly disappointed when I heard she was, letting this guy manipulate her. But I think she eventually said no more. She might have been the one holding the group chat the Grider tried to pay me to go attack. It was either her or Sarah. I get them two mixed up.
Talk about it? Let's see, because I got you dead to rights before I brought your name up on me. You want to see it right here live? Fuck you, dog. Backstabbing ass fool.
He said I got you dead to rights. You want to see it? Do you want me to send it to you live? Well, I wonder what he was talking about there.
I got you caught up, homie.
I got you
caught
up.
You fucked up with some chick. You had doing your dirty work, and I got all of it.
You got caught up with some chick doing your dirty work.
You, dog. Backstabbing ass fool. I got you caught up, homie. And you fucked up with some chick. You had doing your dirty work, and I got all of it. So you should shut the fuck up when it comes to my name, bitch.
I didn't even said shit about you.
Yeah, you shouldn't either. Because I know, you know now, right? Cooked,
hey,
homie.
Go get drunk
Cooked.
more, bro.
Got the records, homie. Got.
He goes to go get drunk more, bro. That's kind of the last resort when you're in that situation. Exactly, bro. That's the point, Interstellar. These spaces, this is what these guys have created. This is what they have turned UFO Twitter into, bro. Is this bullshit. It is disgusting. It is Loserville. You're not going to see me in there?
The record, the legal wiretapping. This fool's a bitch. Go put your furry outfit on and get fucked in the ass, bro. You're out here yakking your stupid ass mouth like you got something in you. Every girl you fucked with is ready to stab you on the back, fool. Everybody ratted you out.
Good for you.
Coward ass bitch who couldn't do it straight up. Good luck, Red. Good luck, Red.
Couldn't do it straight up. So when I hear that, I'm thinking Panda is sending people, right? He couldn't do it straight up, so he sends people to do it for him, right? Is that what he's implying? This shit makes Somber look like just as big of a douche as anyone else. Because he talked all this shit, and dude, the community has a right to know. This guy has built an entire database on everybody. Dude, this, you guys talked about UAP Mike, a whistleblower Mike. Moneypenny could be a real whistleblower. Somber could be a real whistleblower here. Like that, I would consider that a whistleblower. If Somber let everyone know how Panda was sending the girls around and getting information from everybody to fill out his Discord, like that, then we could all just move on. But I ain't moving on, especially when he's still painting the rest of a big portion of the community as an imaginary hate group when they're the only ones doing this type of shit.
Yeah, I don't know actually, but I think you're okay with all that. I'll talk to you, or not, but either one. I was busy to.
Listen to this. Okay, this is the other one I want.
Fucking.
Here, I got a couple more. Listen to this one.
The deal is only if Panda comes up here and faces Sombro. Sombro won't. Red, what are you gonna face, bud? I'm gonna put.
So this was another space. It was around the same time when Somber was going, all nutty pants and telling on all of his friends, or threatening to tell on all his friends, which seems like even more of a bitch move than just exposing them. Like, when I posted Grider when he was trying to pay me to go harass people, fucker was never my friend. But Somber, these guys, they're friends. Somber helped him run. Well, Panda wasn't real important in the Rogers coin thing. He was involved. He was around. But I put that more on Tupa. But Somber was crucial in that. There's clips for that, too.
Put your ass on blast, you illegal wiretapping piece of shit.
Illegal wiretapping piece of shit. What is he talking about, bro?
Sombro. Sombro won't. Red, what are you gonna face, bud? I'm gonna put your ass on blast, you illegal wiretapping piece of shit.
You illegal wiretapping piece of shit. So, is Somber just making up accusations and launching them? And if so, why aren't we all telling Somber you're making things up and canceling him from the community? Or is it true? Which is it? Because you all still hang out with Somber. Nobody mentions that he made up a bunch of things about members of the community. I'm the only one that gets that treatment.
Who got a bunch of murder she wrote bitches to sell their souls and record everything for you?
There it is. Got a bunch of murder she wrote bitches to sell their souls and record everything for you. Panda, is that who's always in my game streams?
Red, what are you gonna face, bud? I'm gonna put your.
Panda, you guys will play clips from my game streams that are like 4 minutes in the middle of like a 6-hour stream. and you guys will have like one little segment. Is it because you have people recording everything in my game streams? Yes or no? It's called A-logging is the technical term. It appears that ufology SWAT is A-logging some of you, which is fucking amazing if you ask me.
Your ass on blast, you illegal wiretapping piece of shit who got a bunch of murder she wrote bitches to sell their souls and record everything for you under the guise that it wasn't. Make me prove my fucking point.
Under the guise that it was a what, Panda? What was he gonna say? Under the guise that it was that you guys are some heroic heroes saving UFO Twitter against the evil Lou crew. Is that why Just Causes Problems jumped in my DMs? Why would a vetted mod be interested in me, Panda? Why?
Point, bitch. Get up here. I dare you. You go home crying.
Quiet, Panda?
I'm done with it. Fucking hold shit over my head. You tell Logan to eat a goddamn dick. He lives in a glass house.
Wait, what's it? What?
He lives in a glass house. I don't know if you guys are aware what it means to live in a glass house, but it means basically I could shatter you at any moment because I got dirt on you. Why are these guys always talking about having dirt on Logan? What would it be? We already know he was convicted of beating up that girl. So what else could it possibly be?
Fucking try me. Let's see who lives in a glass house next time a motherfucker ever flexes on me. Let's see what's up. Who lives in a glass house, Red? I want you to raise your hand and tell me you, bitch, or I'm gonna fucking put your ass on blast right here, you fucking cocksucker. You fucking set me up for an illegal wiretap? You work with fucking all those hoes? Tell me you didn't, bitch, and I got the proof. You better fucking start apologizing in the DMs, bitch, because I got you roasted. You cooks. Fuck you.
Panda, did you apologize in the DMs? That's all I want to know. Did you apologize in the DMs? I imagine you had to get him to calm down and not, go whistleblower or somber. Because it seems like he was pretty close to going whistleblower somber. Did you know when Somber threatened to unalive himself to me and deactivate his account, he gave me a bunch of passwords that he said would unlock a stash of information that would bury all you guys? I have all the screenshots. I posted them. You guys all ignored me. He gave me a dead man switch to a stash of information that he said would prove everything I've ever said right. Did you know that?
Your bullshit. That hoe ratted you out and your Adderall addiction.
And then he popped up the next morning back in his space and got mad because I brought it up. Like he just wanted me to act like I should have just, nothing ever happened. Here's your dead man switch back. It's PsyOps. And it's all coming from one group. One little corner of UFO Twitter. You can be friendly and act like it's not, but it is what it is. I mean, look at who they accuse of doing causing all the problems on the other side. King Milkfart. I just asked Moneypenny, well, is you leaving got anything to do with King Milkfart? She never encountered the guy. Never encountered him. I don't even know who the fuck he is. So what are we doing?
And all the shit you recorded. You want to eat my fucking balls? I will make you, bitch. You better apologize real quick and get on my good side. Fuck you. I got the proof, bitch.
Dude,
fuck your hoes and your weird little program you were running on me. Come on, bro. Tell me I'm safe and then record me, bitch. I will scream your monkey ass.
He said, tell me I'm safe and then record me. So what Somber appears to be fired up about is Panda convinced him to have like a personal conversation and recorded it and then, did what he did to Moneypenny. Where when Moneypenny was pouring her heart out, like, look, this is really bothering me. I'm out of here. He just clipped it and look, they're upset. It's funny. Like, it seems to be
quick, dog.
It's loosh harvesting, drama harvesting. It's what he learned from Keemstar. He even talks about it in some of the spaces.
You don't even know, bro. You better hide. Hide if you want to pull that shit with real motherfuckers.
I love the music.
Some real shit, Chase. Some real shit.
Yeah, some guys in the DMs like to talk about glass house. Who lives in a glass house in a trailer park in Huntington Beach? Is it me? Fuck no, I don't know about that. Let me see.
There's nothing wrong with living in a trailer park.
Who lives in a glass house? Let me start putting some motherfuckers on blast, huh? Oh, I'm so close. I'm so close, right? Fuck y'all. Who lives in a glass house? You tell your boy the next time he threatens me or my lady, I'm gonna fuck you up.
Your boy? Who threatens Somber? You tell your boy next time he threatens me. So who threatened him? That was one of your boys. Wow, Panda, you guys got a lot of weird shit going on your side of UFO Twitter.
In ways you've never seen before, Doug. I'm gonna keep you busy, dude. Keep you busy with ego checks the rest of your fucking life, and you fucking threaten me again. Tell me I live in a glass house or fuck with my lady and see what happens, homie.
Slow down. Peace. Just pump the brakes for a minute. Who are you talking to? Right now. Let's get this shit.
Chase, you're a fucking douchebag. So that's the last one I was gonna show. The main thing I want to show is there are several members of that friend circle that have collaborated everything. So, I mean, this idea that we're going to keep pinning all of our problems from UFO Twitter on this imaginary Lou crew while this shit runs wild, I'm going to put an end to that. And I'm going to keep covering what's happening on UFO Twitter every night. So really, there's going to be no way to just rewrite history and be like, this is what's happening. It's the Lou crew. Because people are going to be able to come and see. And people can get mad. I don't care. I'm going to play this last one. This is just another example of what these guys do all night.
Mr. Carl Extra.
We love Carl around here.
Clean.
Getting your windows clean? Is that slang? What's going on?
Trying to keep myself out of trouble.
Uh-oh, what kind of trouble did you get into?
I like Carl. I've said it before. I like Carl.
What'd you do, Carl?
You fucking or laughing. Nothing.
What'd you do, Carl?
The rest of these people, I don't know, Bob. I think that's a sock, but the rest of these people are absolute garbage humans.
Well,
confess your sins.
Apparently, you can't have an opinion because you've got trolls wanting to chop you up and then repost you in a different way, or just. Of course, I'm talking about Reverend Darren Reed.
Oh no.
Oh, Darren, he's so bad. I wonder what Orr has to say.
We call those faggots.
Oh!
Disavow. Hard disavow.
Oh! Whoa, bro. Why?
You fucking or laughing. Nothing.
What'd you do, Carl?
Well,
confess your sins.
Apparently, you can't have an opinion because you've got trolls wanting to chop you up and then repost you in a different way, or just. Of course, I'm talking about.
And they're just chilling out, guys. They're just chilling out.
Reverend Darren Reed.
Oh no.
We call those faggots. Or I do.
Disavow. Hard disavow.
Oh, shit.
If you did catch that, that was Orr that said that out of nowhere. And it did seem to really shock anyone, did it?
Can't be doing that.
Seems pretty proud of his hate speech, doesn't he?
I will say that when I took co-host, it booted him from listening to me in the room. I apologize, but I refuse to share.
60 points, Gryffindor.
Attacks my kid, so.
I apologize, but you deserved everything that came your way. And so that guy needs to get booted from the space, or hear screaming F-bombs at everybody. These people are fucking vile, man. And this is just what's happened to UFO Twitter. It's these all-night slime fest is where this tends to happen. Same group every night, which is fine. They want to sit over there and have their little weirdo gatherings. More power to them. But this is when I talk about the gatekeepers of UFO Twitter, these are the guys that kind of live in in the spaces and dominate and decide who gets to participate and who doesn't. Need to be weeded the fuck out. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and I always like to end on something kind of funny since a lot of drama and bullshit. And I've been doing my theme this week of my favorite content creators, and this is one of my favorite channels. I started doing following Corey Feldman for some reason, and I really like channels that focus on just one like niche thing. And this whole channel, it's called Jim and Them, and all it does is follow Corey Feldman. It's all it does is cover Corey Feldman. And he's a childhood actor, best known for the Tale of Two Corys, him and his saga with Corey Haim, where they talked about a lot of like SSL when they were coming up through Hollywood. But a lot of people don't find him credible, but that's not really what the story is. The story is his musical career. And first, I'm going to play a performance. This is my favorite Corey Feldman song that they perform because I've been following their live performances. And then I'm going to show a segment from Jim and Them. So this is Corey Feldman, Ascension Millennium Live. This is fair use. I am informing the public about Corey Feldman and how freaking rad he is. Now something important happens here that's relates to the other video. Watch when he starts wrestling with the flag over here. He's so small. So these are what's known as Corey's Angels, and he recruits these girls, and the rumor is he gets them from bus stops, like in Hollywood, LA area, and he offers them to come live in his mansion. Most of them have like no musical experience. He has a couple guys that follow him that can play, but he calls these Corey's Angels, and there's always a rotation of making like complaints about things that happened on the tour and Corey's drug problems and everything else. And I feel bad for a lot of them. That one is actually gone on the news circuit talking about all this shit, I believe. You gotta wait for the chorus. This is the only tolerable Corey Feldman song, by the way. Look at this drunk guy to the left of the screen. He did the flag thing. Look at that guy. Alien girl dance. Alien girl dance. Alien girl dance. Alien girl dance. Take it easy, Rotary. I'll talk to you tomorrow, bro. This guy to the left that's leaning on the railing, he's the funniest looking. He kind of looks like my dad. I hated my dad. they're so off tune. Yeah! I'd totally go see Corey, bro. I would so go and see it if it came close. These are just like little bar venues. Oh, he's gonna dance. Oh, he's gonna dance. He's gonna do the dance. Dude, this is what he's known for. This is why the people come to see Corey. God, he's amazing. Yeah, and that seems to be the debate, is he's a lolcow technically, I guess, because people go, but the thing is they have a legit good time. Like, people seem to love seeing him live. So, but you'll see in this podcast, it's a tenuous relationship between them. Alright. So this is Jim and them. So this is Jim and them, and this is the podcast I wanted to showcase. One of my favorite new channels, at Jim and them on YouTube. They only cover Corey Feldman, and this episode was about a different performance where he stops the concert. It's something he does a lot, and freaks out on a fan because he thinks they touched the flag.
No way.
Whoa, dude.
Yeah, right?
Even knowing
He's a super like petty, and he acts like he's a like mega star or something. It makes people hate him. All right, I'm gonna start this one over.
She's jumping around, happy.
The show, we will kick you out. Do you understand?
I like that there
She was having too much fun at the Corey show, bro.
has to be a guy at every Corey show hovering over the stop the show button.
God, he's gonna
knowing that
kill me.
At any point in time, it could happen.
happen.
He needs to be ready.
Yeah, there's just a giant red button that says stop the show.
If there's anything that doesn't go wrong at its show, it's when the guy stops the show. Like, that always goes off without a hitch. There was this Corey video going around.
Oh, what?
Surprise, surprise. It's Corey getting mad at someone. It's got all the hallmarks. It's got all the classics of a Corey Feldman on stage moment. Now, if you look here in the shot, he's got a flag propped up. It's like a Love Left flag, or Love Returns, actually, I think. Love Returns album. And this girl in the front, like, touches it or something.
Oh, I'm sure he loves that. And he like brings her up on stage and like thanks her.
He gets kind of upset about it.
Lights. Turn the lights down, please.
Oh yeah, and he's always gonna yell about the lights. That's another hallmark. now this is
the middle of the day. By the way. It's 4 in the afternoon.
These are the things that happen. This is when people are adamant in our comments, like, you guys are getting trolled. This is all part of the act. It's like, no, you foolish fool.
I've decided that I don't even like humor those people anymore.
Yeah.
A lot of people say that Corey is putting on like this snarky act, and it's almost like a LARP, but it's the real Corey. He's got a lot of drug problems, according to these women.
You will participate in the prom.
She never touches the flag either. They go back and look. She never touches it. Look.
Don't touch it. All right, stop the show. Stop the show.
What? No way.
Whoa, dude.
Yeah, right?
Even knowing. So here's the thing. If you asked me to write a situation, I would write it like this where he then stops.
Yes.
But I would assume that what I was doing was going
Wasn't
a step
over the top.
further. But he wouldn't like stop the song and chastise the lady.
I'm trying to see if we could see when she touches it even.
I didn't even notice her touching it.
Maybe there's something else in front of the flag. All right, because she's got her
goes
arms up.
like
She's
this.
moving to the tunes. Hey, he's got his back to her anyways. All right, he turns around.
She just didn't touch it.
Yeah, it'd be even better. Like, he just sees that it's moved a little bit.
She never touches it.
Yeah, when did she touch it?
It looks like it's gonna fall. It looks like it was gonna fall over, and she just
like
stopped it from
Yeah.
falling over.
If you remember back to the Ascension Millennium performance, that one's falling over too, and he goes over and dances with it and then sets it on the ground. So the flags are already in his mind.
Don't touch it. All right, stop the show. Stop the show.
All right.
If you can't respect the show, we will kick you out. Do you understand? These are our props. Do not touch them.
What is he doing?
Thank you.
We need lights.
We need light.
So here's another one I wanted to just show a little bit of. This was when they talked to Corey has a son, and they ended up getting him to come and talk and do their little spiel, and it tripped Corey out, and it was the first time he acknowledged them on one of his things, and it's hilarious.
About for the next
This
2
is
years.
my excuse to get on like the view.
This is Jim and them on YouTube.
The name of the show is called Jim and Them. I want everybody to remember that.
I'm going to put this out there right now, and you can let him know this. Here's the challenge. If you come on for 15 minutes and talk to us, we'll never talk about you again. We'll never, ever talk about you again. Just come on our show for 15 minutes. What do you got to say?
That's a real devil's bargain.
We're certainly not telling you to go after Jim and Them, but, you know, maybe helping us make sure that their channel is eradicated forever would be a great step, because smut like that does not deserve to be on the internet.
The end of last week's show, unbeknownst to us, we get word that Horace Eisen,
yes,
the rapper, Horace Eisen,
very generous,
yes,
Jim,
also known as Zen Feldman,
friend of the show,
who is Corey Feldman's son. Apparently, he posted on his Finsta that he was looking for donations. And then Eric, he decided to reach out to him. He threw him some money. Zen sent him a freestyle, and then he also sent him a video. We'll get into the video in a second. Apparently, that set everything off.
Who knew what a powder keg this harmless, innocent...
So they ended up reaching out, and it actually spirals into kind of a sad story. Corey's son does seem to suffer from mental health issues, and he kind of goes rogue and leaves, and he was out kind of on his own, and he was asking for donations on Instagram, and dude, they sent him some money and they talked to him a little bit. They didn't step over any lines, they didn't do anything wrong, but it made Corey go nuts because he thinks these guys are like public enemy number one. He talks about them being like a hate group. He says they're like a wolf, wolf pack.
Because the next day, the Feldman himself, he hopped on his Finsta.
I'm so excited to see this. I have not seen anything.
To call out your boys. He brought his ex-wife along for the ride.
Which is what you do, right?
Yes. And he basically lambasted Jim and them for 20 minutes. Let's just get right into it here. This is Corey Feldman calling us out.
The thing is, like, these guys, well, the top one and the bottom one, the middle guy's kind of harsh, but they seem to love Corey. Like, they love him. They don't want to upset him, but you got to tiptoe around
Is this his
the
mom?
guy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to go petty here, but like,
okay,
we can all see.
We all have eyes.
We all have vision.
Fumbling with his live. He's trying to get it to work.
I like condemning
sorry about
a
that.
group of people, but having the beginning just be like,
I don't know what happened, but conveniently enough, right as I announced the name.
Don't blame the instrument. I'll have
Now I'm doing it for me, and I gotta walk away.
yeah, it's either out of tune or he's using
Dude, don't
something
blame
weird.
the instrument. I'll have enough of this blaming the instrument.
But I'm just saying it sounds baffling. I don't even know how you make the guitar sound that wrong.
Someone brought up Dovi Das. I've never heard of this guy before.
He's one of those like looping musicians, right?
That's what, yeah, and he has over 1 million followers. This guy put this up 2 days ago, titled "I invite him on stage and crowd is speechless." Corey Feldman.
Have a really, really special guest. Yes.
See, I like the videos that celebrate Corey more than the ones that try to clown him.
I want you to put your hands together and do this movement for Mr.
And look, I love he's with his slob fucking bodyguard guy.
His giant bodyguard dude.
His slob
His chain wallet guy.
Who I feel like I think at one point we found out who he was. He's like someone's kid. He's
Yeah, they're funny. They're funny. And dude, like I said, especially the guy on top, he loves Corey. He even goes to the performances and stuff. It's like Corey doesn't seem to understand the internet. Corey thinks they're like Satan. He calls them Satanists. He accused them of being connected to Marilyn Manson, and he goes into these crazy conspiracies saying their whole job is to expose him. He accuses them of a lot of stuff they don't do, like creeping around his house, taking photos. He seemed to like start blaming all of his paparazzi issues on them at some point.
also some like 70s.
That man
I could
had a
be
mother?
I could be completely wrong, but he's like some 60s sitcom son. But I may have made that up in my.
I'm sick of these nepo baby bodyguards.
Put your hands together and do this movement for Mr. Multi-talented.
It's also. Again, let's pause it again. It's also hilarious that he even has a fucking bodyguard.
Yeah.
No one cares about you, guy.
Yeah.
Like, yes, we like to make fun of you, but we don't really care about you.
Yes, I wanted to stab you with a needle once, and I successfully did it. And then you hired a bodyguard, and I haven't done it since. But come on.
Honestly, his bodyguard looks...
Corey, everyone thinks he made it up, but he had a story about a guy running into him and sticking him with a needle, and he went like overly dramatic and... you know, talked about how he like had to get all these tests and stuff, which is kind of true.
It's like if the dog Beethoven turned into a man. Like Beethoven 8 or whatever, when he gets turned into a man, it'd be this guy.
Dude, wouldn't it be great if he just kept like stopping the song and yelling at this guy?
I mean, he doesn't. Well,
we'll watch it play this song and then we'll go and wrap it up.
We'll just all let it play.
Oh my God!
Toby Dobbs, ladies and gentlemen. He's your host. Make some noise. Who's excited to be here? We're here at NAMM 2024.
That's an empty room.
Yeah, it's clearly like just some people that wandered into a room.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh shit, it's the fucking nerd from the Goonies. Let's film this.
I think they're like, oh shit, that old woman up there sounds like she has a man's voice. Also,
yeah, that old woman must smoke 20 packs a day.
What
Jesus.
does he have in his hand? It looks like the light that Galadriel gives Sam to protect him from Shelob.
He's about to bring that up, by the way.
I got wristbands right here. Wristbands, the hottest party in town. Who wants them? Wait, you need one.
Yeah, no one wants one.
Just come to me. I'm your wristband guy. And by the way,
he's so nervous,
so if
bro.
you see something in my pocket that's lit up, you know, I'm just excited to see you guys.
Dude, I love that he does bits. I love
But that
his
bit doesn't
bits-
make any sense.
No, it never.
Imagine if I had my like cell phone light in my pocket and it was turned on and I went on a date and the girl goes, "Oh my God, do you have a rock hard cock right now, Mike?" And I'm like, no, it's just my flashlight. I swear.
Sorry. Oh, that happens to me all the time. It's just my flashlight.
Oh,
Sorry.
how embarrassing! Why is the guitar player up there? This is what they're gonna play.
I love how after Red Panda Koala stopped arguing with everyone in the chat and we went to Corey Feldman clips, everyone cleared out. It was probably like 6 or 7 people from the Tupa crew. I always try to end my podcast on something funny that everyone can kind of cleanse their palate on.
Exactly.
Exactly.
What is he even doing?
Exactly.
Boy, that sounds familiar.
No, it doesn't.
We don't know what you're talking about.
What are you doing?
Oh yeah, it's the Casio keyboard.
I love that.
Get them all singing. Come on, here we go.
Yeah, we're right.
Nobody
dude.
knows the words.
Get ready.
Wait, that's what this is supposed to be?
Yes, right?
Does he think anyone in here knows that song? Why would he think anyone would recognize that song when you and me and Jeff aren't standing in the room?
Of course. And also, I like that, and this is how you should feel, but I feel like the way they're performing is they're all kind of a little embarrassed. And it's one of the few times I've seen that maybe he has a little self-awareness of like,
yeah,
this isn't going very well.
They need to quit panning to this angle where it's...
They do this goofy song. Maybe I'll play it in Monday when I go live. It's their intro to every concert, and it's called the Comeback King, and it goes, "Here he comes, the Comeback King," and it's so corny. And then he comes out with his big sunglasses and does dance moves, and they try to do it like acoustic here, and it sounds terrible.
It's just like...
It always sounds terrible, though, to be honest.
That no one's in the room, or the people in the room are like...
Ascension
like
Millennium's the only one
It
that's
totally
good.
feels like, yeah, they're there again. They've wandered in because someone said, "Hey, there's an open bar in Hall 2 or something like that."
Get ready, come back, King. Get ready, come back, King.
We don't know the word.
Get ready, come back, King. Get
Yeah.
ready, come back, King.
Get ready, come back, King.
Oh, he left you hanging, pal. Yep, yeah, you stop too.
Get you down on the floor, they're gonna keep it. Just kick you some more and treat you like spit. When you reach for the
I like
door,
this version of him that's like, well, I can't move because the mic is set
Yeah, I
in
can't
place.
dance, yeah.
So I'll do this weird standing version of me dancing.
True, we all have sadness, moments that we lost. When we must again, what?
Yeah, it does appear to be at a hotel conference room of some kind. That his tour is seemed to be a lot of the spots. Bars.
Come back, King. I miss it. If you're going to swing, let him make you sing.
I always feel like there's no way I'm going to be embarrassed again. Because I'm always like, I've seen him perform a million times. I can't keep getting embarrassed. But no, I get embarrassed every time, and especially this time.
This is super embarrassing. The loop guy is playing the wackest beat I've ever heard. The guitar guy's holding the guitar for no reason.
Yeah.
I'll almost give them benefit of the doubt. The guitar guy can't hear himself, so that's why he sounds so bad.
Sure.
But like, this is an atrocious performance. This is like truly so embarrassing.
I'm a come back, King. You know what I mean. When I'm gone, sitting to the scene like a blank screen. You can never count me out. Okay, that's enough of that. That was fun though. I'll tell you.
That's enough of that. That was fun. Oh, I thought I lost sound. It was fun though. It was fun. I might do more Jim and them videos in the future if people like that. Yeah, it's atrocious. And the song I played at the beginning, Ascension Millennium, it's the only one that it is actually like a song that you can actually like catch the chorus and stuff. They're all real like little weird rap verses in. It's all about like him overcoming like adversity and stuff. They're really cringe, but the community surrounding him is what's interesting. And I've found these communities all over the internet, and they function the same, bro. They have an adversarial group. They have the supporters. They feud, they dox each other, because you have the Corey lovers that all seem to be obsessed with his films. A lot of them, like Stand By Me. He was in Gremlins. A lot of Lost Boys, a lot of cult classics they call them. So the community that rose up around all of it is interesting. And to be honest, Jim and them on that channel probably get more shit than Corey, like from his devoted supporters. That's where all the volatility seems to come from. Everything from Jim and them signs it's lighthearted, so it's funny. But all right, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and close it down. I really appreciate everyone coming in and hanging out. We've been getting more than I thought live viewers during these streams, and I'll be back on Monday night around 9 or 10. Uh, if you haven't liked, shared, supported, all that stuff, go do that. If anyone wants to support financially now or watching back later, you can do it at buymeacoffee.com/TeeJay Felony. You can support anonymously, just leave your name blank. You got to put your email address in, but nobody sees that. And you can also do it at ko-fi.com/TeeJay Felony. Any support coming in goes into a fund that's saved for stuff that's used for the stream. I'm working towards a new PC or a PS5 or something, so I'm not gonna be out blowing your money on dumb shit like UFO Shane. And yeah, I will see you all next time. Probably Monday night, I would say I will be live. Thanks for watching. Peace out. Be good to each other.